So this song is dedicated to Diane Banker Butt Liquor Margaret Thatcher Feinstein. The dragon lady with no fucking heart.
Where's the mic? All right. We don't have another mic. We raised millions of dollars for the campaign and we can't afford a microphone. All right.
We talked at CADEM. I asked you about Prop 13 reform, and you said you unequivocally, yes, supported splitting the roles. I don't know if you remember that. Yes?
Listen, I've been supporting, having corporations and real estate people pay taxes based on the absolute value of their properties. Yeah, of course I am.
But you say, of course I am, and I don't know why you say, of course I am. Most people of your wealth don't support that. So some would consider you to be sort of a class traitor. What do you say to those folks?
Good.
Good?
I'm an elected DNC member from the state of Missouri. And I stand today to ask you to vote to not remove Resolution 4 from the packet, because we need to understand that there is intersectionality with climate change.
I was just at the DNC meeting last week covering that, and I witnessed some of the lack of transparency that you're bringing up. One of the things that I noticed was that Tom Perez has 75 at-large delegates that he appoints, and he was able to pull these out as proxy votes when he needed to change the outcome of a vote. So what do we need to do to fix this? Because obviously the URC did not fix it.
More people need to get involved in the process to be involved in those rule changes in the committee. We saw some changes come about post 2016 because you had a lot of folks who were really frustrated and angry about what happened, and they wanted to do something constructive about it. They ran for those local delegate positions. They ran for those positions on the state central committees. They ran for those national delegate positions so that they could have a seat at the table and bring about those changes and those reforms. That's what needs to happen.
I'm Tina-Desiree Bergen. Welcome to District 34. This week in the studio, we're speaking with Anthony Clark, who is running for office in Illinois. He's running for Congress in CD7, which is on the south side of the Chicago area. Welcome, Anthony.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. Truly honored to be here, and look forward to chopping it up with you.
100%. So I want to talk a little bit about education, because you're a high school teacher. And I think we have a big problem in the country as far as the way we finance our school system. It's not entirely equitable. I believe that each kid should have the same amount of money no matter where they go to school.
Jess, I just want to thank Sunrise for all that you're doing to stand up when some adults just don't get it. It boggles my mind why the DNC wouldn't pass what you were asking for, but that's okay, because there are many of us, not just for me as a representative of Senator Bernie Sanders' campaign, but as a member of the DNC, I believe we need to have a climate forum. So we're going to continue to push. We're going to continue to fight like hell and push people where they need to go. Thank you for standing up for the future right now, and future generations yet unborn, and the young will lead them. And we're going to kick ass all the way, too, doing the leading, right?
Right now, they're working on getting people who are on parole the right to vote. I'm out.
I 100% agree with that.
I'm out of prison, but I have no right to vote in the next election because I'm still on parole. Even though I've served my time, the parole board says you're worthy to be a citizen back in our communities again. But you can't vote.
Do you know what the worst part about that is? Are you aware of prison gerrymandering, which is something that they do for the? Oh, okay, yeah. So folks need to know about this. They do count prison populations when they gerrymander districts for Congress, congressional districts, right? So it's a double whammy. Your body's being counted for the congressional district, and not necessarily the one you live in, where you're incarcerated, right? Wow. But you don't have a right to vote. I'm of the belief that every U.S. citizen is entitled to the right to vote. I don't care if you're a felon or not. It shouldn't matter. You are a citizen of this country. I mean, and there's a million reasons why, because you committed a burglary, all of a sudden you can't vote. And what about the people that are wrongly convicted? Like, none of that makes any sense to me. And when these folks come back with this argument, well, you want Charlie Manson to vote? I'm like, you're talking about the outlier guy.
Right.
I'm like,
right.
So if it means
the exception to the rule.
And if it means he gets to vote, yeah, you're right, because I'm not going to disenfranchise all of these other voters because of one psychopath.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you said. You count, your body counts, but your opinion doesn't. We don't want your opinion. We don't want you to vote. We don't want to hear what you have to say. It's all part of the system.
It's all part of the system. And, you know, Bernie Sanders is the only presidential candidate that's actually come out and said felons should have the right to vote. And he got dragged for it, which was, I thought, no, he's right. I'm glad he's saying it.
Rose Brigade. Rose Brigade. Damn roses. Roses? What is this socialist shit?